Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Toxic Tales here in the KTXC studios. I am your host Timber, and have we got a treat for you? It's either a treat or it's torture. I haven't determined either way, but we're going to get right into it. We are doing a whole thing of Clutch Cargo episodes. As you may remember a while back, I did an episode in Cargo Vision, which worked, kinda. And it was a lot of fun to do. But we got to show you where, the inspiration for Cargo Vision came from. And we're going to be doing about 5 episodes of Clutch Cargo. And we're going to start you out with 1959's Operation Moonbeam, directed by Phil Booth, written by Clark Haas, starring Richard Cotting as the voice of Clutch Cargo, Margaret Carey as Spinner, Paddlefoot, etc., and Hal Smith as Professor Knockworth. Have you ever seen Sausage a joke like that? No. No, you haven't. And we're going to get you right into it here on Toxic Tales.
Clutch Cargo, with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot, and Operation Moonbeam.
Wowee! Fast takeoff, Clutch! What's the hurry?
Spinner, we've been drafted.
Drafted? Oh, boy, Clutch, the Foreign Legion! Just what we've always wanted.
Not exactly, Spinner. Do you remember Professor Knockwurst?
How could I forget him? He gave us our first rocket ride.
We're on our way to his Desert Missile Base right now. He wants us to pilot his newest rocket creation in the space race.
Rocket space race? Wowee!
Yeah, Spinner. And what's more, it's a space race to the moon.
To the moon?
Meanwhile, at Professor Knockwurst's missile base,
We are most fortunate to have secured such a fine crew as Clutch Cargo and Company.
Unless we can get them started on the training test today, we'll never get it all finished before rocket race takeoff time.
Our rocket must take off on time.
There's Professor Knockwurst's base just ahead. Fasten your seatbelts for our landing.
Clutch! Look out! It's a plane coming straight at us! Meow!
that idiot almost hit us.
He didn't see us. Did he, Clutch?
No, Spinner, but we made it. There's Professor Knockwurst's landing strip.
Oh, Clutch! There goes the black jet again!
Thank heaven they are here. I am so glad you are here, my friends. I knew I could count on you.
Almost didn't make it, Professor. That black jet tried to knock us out of the sky.
Oh, dear.
Ach, these planes, too many, they are as sick as fleas on a dog's back. Rockets and space travel, that is the thing now. Oh, but please forgive. Allow me to introduce our rocket team, Clutch Cargo and Spinner, and oh yes, I almost forgot, Paddlefoot. And this is my new assistant, Dr. Mary Hogenweiler.
I'm very pleased to meet you all.
And so are we, Doctor.
Please call me Mary.
Mary is a doctor of astro-spatio-temporal impermanent rocket relationships. I was most lucky to secure her services.
Tell us about the moon race, Professor. Your wire sounded urgent.
The motor scooters are waiting to take us to the test station. I shall explain as we go. There are 2 rocket missile teams competing to get to the moon first. The team which wins this race will get the contract to build the first rocket missile bus for moon commuters.
We'll do our best to win, Professor.
Is that the rocket we'll be going in, Miss Mary? Yes, Spinner. That's the one you'll be flying in the space race to the moon. Golly, what a whopper!
Ah, here we are. This is our test center. Dr. Hogenweiler will be in charge of all the tests.
It'll be a pleasure.
What are the tests, Dr. Hogenweiler? We're going to put you through all the different things that'll happen to you in your rocket flight, even before you leave the ground.
Like the acceleration test in my new supersonic rocket sled. And the anti-gravity room where you will float around as if you didn't weigh nothing.
Golly!
I can see there's a lot to be done. Let's get started.
There's that plane again! He's coming right at us!
Hit the deck, everyone. He's going to hit us. Wow. A black jet. Someone's playing for keeps. Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo, with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot, and Operation Moonbeam. You remember last time, Clutch and Company had been asked by Professor Knockwurst to fly his rocket in the moon race. They had arrived at the rocket testing grounds and were about to begin their training when the black jet suddenly dove at them.
Hit the deck, everyone. He's going to hit us. That guy's really got it in for us.
He's turning. Here he comes again.
Down, everyone. I'd like to get my hands on that character. Everyone okay?
He threw something out of the plane.
Yes, I've got it. It's a rock with a message on it. It says, if you want to live, cancel your moon trip.
Looks like he means it too, Clutch.
It'll take more than an anonymous note to stop us now. Come on, Dr. Hoganwater. I mean, Mary, let's get started with the tests.
First, Clutch and Company are fitted with their new space suits.
That's all right, Paddlefoot. That's yourself you're mad at. Now, this is the food you will take with you. Try some. Hear that, Paddlefoot? Want to try a moon meal? It's so concentrated that one little pill makes a whole meal.
And now to test you out in my new anti-gravity room.
You see, Spinner, after our rocket gets away from the pull of the Earth's gravity, we'll float around inside it like this, unless we're strapped to our seats. Space travelers have to get used to this.
Look at Paddlefoot. He's swimming.
But he's not getting anywhere.
And now for Professor Knockwurst's supersonic rocket sled.
It goes from a standing start to 5 times the speed of sound and back to a full stop.
On a track that's only 10 miles long. Wow! Everything's set, Professor.
Are you all ready for the blast-off, Clutch?
We're all set.
Okay, let her go!
That was quite a ride.
Paddlefoot lost his bark 10 miles back.
It is now time for the rocket to take off for the space race to the moon. The countdown will start in 5 minutes. So get in it already.
Aye, aye, Professor.
Goodbye, my brave friends.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Doctor.
And now, are you all comfortable?
Yes, Professor. Fine.
You will stay on the moon for 5 days. Be sure to blast off for Earth at the exact time. If you are even a few seconds late, you will miss your landing on Earth and fly back into space to orbit in space forever.
Oh.
You have 30 seconds before blasting off. Comes now the countdown. Auf Wiedersehen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off!
The first flight to the moon.
Will Clutch and Company be successful and reach the moon? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Cargo, with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot, and Operation Moonbeam. You remember last time, Clutch and Company, after agreeing to fly Professor Knockwurst's rocket ship to the moon, completed their tests and boarded the ship. Then came the final countdown.
2, 1, blast off!
The first flight to the moon.
We're off, Spinner. A real good start, too. at the television screen in front of you, and you'll see how fast we're climbing away from the Earth.
Wow!
We'll have to rocket at speeds up to 25,000 miles an hour to get away from the Earth's gravity pull.
Boy, I never thought I'd travel that fast.
The timer shows that the first stage is almost ready to drop off. Get set, you two, in case anything goes wrong. It'll pull away when the second hand is exactly straight up. Get set now. That dropped clear okay. That's the second stage lighting up.
The mighty blast of the second stage drives the rocket higher and faster.
The acceleration's going to start building up fast now.
It sure is. It's really pushing me down in my seat. And look at Paddlefoot. He's shrinking.
He's okay. This'll let up in a moment.
Soon the sky changes to the inky black of outer space.
Time for the second stage to drop off. If that separates okay, we're in the clear. 5 seconds to go. Get set.
The second stage drops clear, and the third stage rockets light up.
Clutch! Look over to the right, that light. Do you think maybe it's spacemen?
It's spacemen, all right, Spinner. Only they're from Earth, same as we are. That's the rocket ship of the team we're racing to the moon.
There's a sign on the side of it. What does it say?
It says, Clutch Cargo, go home.
Oh, yeah? We won't let them win, will we, Clutch?
We'll do our best, Spinner. They put on a lot more power. While their engines are bigger, they're passing us.
What's that flashing light on the instrument board, Clutch?
That's a warning light when something is in front of us. That other rocket ship is pulled out in front. We're in the rocket slipstream. It's bound to slow us down.
Well, can't we go over or under or around them?
No chance, Spinner. Our controls are locked in by the radar system from Earth. There's no way for us to control our ship until we get almost to the moon.
Earth calling Clutch Cargo in moonshot. Calling Clutch Cargo in moonshot. Attention, please. Unidentified object in your path. You now have full control of your rocket ship. Over and out.
Hooray! We've got control. Now we'll win.
If we're lucky and can gain speed, we can pass them and maybe stay out in front. Here goes with our final power boost.
With a final surge of mighty power, Moonshot shoots above and out in front.
We made it, Clutch. We've passed them.
We sure did, Spinner. We can relax a little now. Only 2 hours more to the moon. Meteor shower! Hang on. If we get a direct hit, we're goners.
What do we do, Clutch? What do we do?
Close to the moon, and yet so far. Will they make it?
Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo, with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot, and Operation Moonbeam. You remember last time, Clutch and Company, in their race for the moon, had flown over 200,000 miles into space. The rocket ship that was racing them had passed them, but with their last burst of speed, Clutch got out in front. Suddenly, meteor shower! If we get a direct hit, we're goners.
What do we do, Clutch? What do we do? Clutch, we've been hit.
Put on your space helmet. We're gonna need oxygen. You'll have to take over the controls, Spinner. We've been hit, all right. I'm going to try and patch it.
I'll fly it, Clutch. Sure glad we had that training.
Clutch unstraps his seatbelt and with a push floats up to the nose of the spaceship cabin.
Can you find the hole, Clutch?
Not yet. If I can't locate it soon, we're going to be in trouble.
Clutch searches frantically for the place where the damage is.
How you doing, Clutch?
Not sure. Wait a minute. Got it. Fairly small hole, thank goodness. I'm going to screw in a metal patch.
Sure hope it'll plug the hole.
So do I.
Clutch, look at the screen. We're getting close to the moon.
That's it, Spinner. Let me take the controls. We have to land tail first.
The spaceship lands on the airless, silent, dead world of the moon.
Touchdown. We're on. Make sure your space bubble is okay. I'll check Paddlefoot's.
Okay, Clutch. Now shall I push the button for the door?
Go ahead.
Golly, Clutch, look at that. No grass or trees or anything. And what's that big ball in the sky?
That's where we've come from, Spinner. It's our own Earth.
Gosh. Come on, Paddlefoot, let's get out.
Be careful, Spinner. It'll be hard to walk with no weight to hold you down.
Boy, look at me cover the ground. I feel like I'm having a dream.
Here's our claim flag. First human beings on the moon.
That's right, Clutch.
Now, I wouldn't say that.
It's a moon man. No, it's...
Swampy, you old Dickens, how come you're here? Were you in that other big rocket ship?
Jumping moon craters? No. I heard you was on your way here, so I thought I'd come too. Built my own rocket out of parts of a sunken ship. I got a 2-stage rocket ship. 1 stage to get up here on, and 1 to go home on.
Why not go home with us? We've got more than enough room.
Maybe I will. It's mighty lonely in outer space.
Look.
It's the rocket we raced. We beat them here. Now we'll find out who it is. Swampy, it's Carney Vale, the guy who tried to get us at the county fair.
Welcome to the moon, Clutch Cargo.
What brings you here, Vale?
I thought I might find a moon man or a woman to take back with me as a big attraction for my county fair.
That's a peculiar-looking man right there.
Maybe I can persuade him to go back with me.
Can you speak English? You're ding-busted right. I'm as human as anybody else. Well, don't get mad, friend.
We've got work to do, Vale. We'd better get going. Come on, fellas.
Sure, go ahead.
I've got work to do, too. I'm going to see you never get back to Earth again.
Uh-oh. Carney Vale. Will he succeed with his scheme? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo, with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot, and Operation Moonbeam. Last time, Clutch and company landed on the moon and were surprised to find Swampy, their old friend, there. A greater surprise came when Carney Vale showed up from the other rocket ship as they left to explore the moon. Come on, fellas.
Sure. I'm going to see you never get back to Earth again.
For the 5 days they stay on the moon, Clutch and company and Swampy have much to do.
Well, that's about it, everybody. We'd better think about getting back.
I've been thinking about that feller, Carney Vale. Haven't seen him since that first day.
You spoke too soon, Mr. Swampy. Look, here he comes now. And he's got someone with him.
Well, I'll be...
I told you I'd find what I came after, a moon girl.
Help! Help!
I'm taking her back to Earth.
She'll be a smash in my carnival sideshow.
Don't be a fool, Connie. She can't live on Earth. She's a space girl.
This evil man won't let me go. Clutch, she speaks English. We speak all languages. But please help me.
Leave her alone, Carney. You're not taking her back.
Don't try to stop me, Cargo.
Look out. He has a paralyzing ray gun he found here.
1 step closer and I'll let you have it.
Put that down, Carney. Are you mad?
I warned you.
Clutch, I can't move.
Run away, rocket ships. I can't either.
He's paralyzed us with that ray gun.
My ship's out of fuel, and I'm going to take yours.
Clutch, Spinner, and Swampy paralyzed from the ray gun. But look, not Paddlefoot.
So long, you poor, helpless people.
Help! Help!
Good for Paddlefoot. He tripped him. The ray gun drops and goes off. And Carney gets it.
Can you help us, little lady?
Yes, the ray gun is also a deparalyzer gun. I'll release you. This won't hurt.
Yahoo! I can move
again.
Many thanks, young lady. And a great big thanks to Paddlefoot. We haven't much time. We have to start back in 17 minutes.
You the only person living on the moon?
We had a meteor shower that destroyed most of the population. Those who survived went to Venus. I was in hiding and got left. The rest of my people will return soon. My name is Moonbeam. Gee, we sure hate to leave you here. It is the only way. I couldn't live on Earth.
Maybe someday we shall meet again.
With all my heart, I hope so.
What about Carney Vale, Clutch?
We'll deparalyze him and take him back with us. He won't be hard to manage. 10 seconds before blastoff. Everybody set?
Okay, Clutch.
I'm set. And I hooked my rocket on behind.
Curses.
4, 3, 2, 1, blast off!
Goodbye, Moon. And goodbye, little Moonbeam.
Good old Earth never looked better. And so ends the story of Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot and Operation Moonbeam. Be sure to tune in for the next exciting adventure with Clutch Cargo.
Hey everybody, you are watching a Clutch Cargo episode here in Toxic Tales, and we're going to talk a little bit about Richard Cotting. All he did was Clutch Cargo. That was really it. 1959, he did 52 episodes of Clutch Cargo, where he played the title character. He was also the narrator of the show, which is pretty good. He did multiple roles, and for voice acting is a pretty good deal. Not that I would know anything about voice acting. I'm just a person in a studio. Sure, let's go with that. And we are going to move on now to Clutch Cargo, Air Race from 1959, still directed by Phil Booth, written by Clark Haas, the whole 9 yards, where Clutch races an airplane against the Ace. He's racing a card? Is it the Ace of Clubs? Maybe the Ace of Diamonds. Who knows? But we're going to get you right to it here on Toxic Tales. Enjoy.
Clutch Cargo, with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot, and the Air Race.
Wow, look at Clutch go, Paddlefoot. Did you ever see such a fast jet plane, Mr. Hiram?
Nope. I gotta admit it looks faster than mine.
Clutch is landing. Boy, I hope everything is okay. What a landing! Uh-oh. Who's that lady driving out to meet Clutch?
That's Mink Stoll.
Mighty pretty woman, but she spells trouble.
How come, Mr. Hiram?
Well, she's a nice lady, Spinner, but some of her friends ain't so nice.
Why, Clutch Cargo, this is a surprise. And what a beautiful racing jet.
Thank you, Mink. We named her Lightning Rod.
Lovely name. How fast will she fly?
That's a secret, Mink. No pilot will tell the speed of his plane before an air race.
How stuffy. Well, anyway, my plane will beat yours, Clutch. There she is, the fastest jet racing plane in the world. I call her the Snark.
It looks fast, all right. Who's your pilot, Mink?
That is my secret, Clutch. You'll find out when the time comes. See you later.
Meanwhile, near the plane called the Snark, a mysterious figure keeps a close watch on Clutch's racing jet.
Is our plane all ready for the big race tomorrow, Clutch? Here's a map of the race course.
The first leg is from here up across Alaska to the frozen Arctic pylon, then across the ocean to the Oriental pylon, then across the South Pacific back to the starting point.
Yes, sir, we'll fly nearly halfway around the world.
Is that why you have an extra tank underneath and some of the other planes have them on the wingtips?
Right, Spinner. When the extra fuel is used up, we can drop them.
How do jets work, Clutch?
The jet principle's simple, Spinner. Got a balloon?
Sure, the one you bought me this morning.
Good. Give it to High. Blow some smoke into the balloon, High.
Sure thing, Clutch.
gosh, is a jet plane like a balloon?
They have a lot in common, Spinner. But a jet plane has an air scoop in or near the nose. Now, the air goes in here, is heated up by the engine back here, and is blown out of the tailpipe.
Back here, Clutch?
Right, Spinner. Let her go, High. That pushes the plane through the air. The escaping air pushes the balloon forward.
Gee, I get it, Clutch. It's simple. Once you know how it's done.
Say, High, is that your racing plane over there?
Yep. She's my lucky 8-ball.
Yeah?
Don't let looks fool you, Spinner. She's a first-class jet racer.
What's going on there, Ace?
I can't tell what they're up to, but I don't like the look of it.
I heard that, Ace. Don't be so suspicious. You seem to think everyone's like you.
You're right. When I'm in a race, I'm out to win at any cost.
That night, Ace Condor slips into Clutch's hangar.
Nobody's around. I'll just slip my cable cutter inside the wing. Nothing will happen. Nothing until he gets into the air.
Will Ace Condor's sneaky trick cause Clutch and Company to crash in the big race? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo, with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot, and the air race. Last time, Clutch and Company entered the International Air Race. That night, Ace slipped into the hangar and planted a cable cutter in the wing of Clutch's jet, timed to cause trouble after takeoff. Excitement runs high as the International Jet Air Race is about to begin.
Pilots on the line. Watch for the starting flare. Ready, set. They're off. There they go around the first pylon. Ace Condor is in the lead, followed by Frenchie Fontaine. There goes Hiram Biggs pulling up, and Clutch Cargo close behind. Now they're in the stretch. They're passing the home pylon, and they're on their way. Wait a minute, folks. Something's gone wrong with Clutch Cargo's plane.
What's happened, Clutch? We're dropping like a rock.
Our flaps have dropped. Hold on, Spinner. Feels like the flap control has been cut. Can't pull them up.
Oh.
Clutch Cargo's in trouble, folks. He is going to crash into the hangar.
Clutch! Clutch!
Hang on, Spinner.
In a mighty effort to overcome the drag of the flaps, Clutch rolls the plane onto its back, and the flaps drop back into place.
Phew! Missed it!
Hang on, you two. We've got to land.
Upside down?
Clutch rolls out right side up over the runway.
A beautiful landing. Clutch is down okay, folks.
Clutch and Company lose no time after repairs are made and are soon back in the air.
In lightning rod. He's finally off for the big race. It doesn't look so good, Spinner. There's a storm moving toward the Arctic pylon.
How do we find the pylon?
It sends out radio signals, Spinner. We just follow them. If we don't reach the Arctic pylon before the storm hits, we'll really be in trouble.
Meanwhile, both Ace and Frenchie have reached the Arctic pylon, have refueled, and are ready to go.
Why do you hook that cable to the totem pole, Ace?
Just being helpful, Tubbs, my boy.
Frenchie Fontaine waits for the takeoff signal, not knowing the other end of the cable that's fastened to the pylon is hooked to his plane's tailpipe.
Now. That makes one down and two to go.
But it knocked over the pylon, boss. We better beat it before Frenchie gets out of there.
In a moment, my dear Tubbs, but first,
What you got there, boss?
it's the radio signal device that was in the head of the Arctic pylon.
Oh, God, boom.
Here, Sonny boy, put this on the highest mountain you can find, as far away as you can get. Now get.
Mush, mush. They take 'em radio bug far away.
Strange. The map doesn't show this mountain on our course, but we're still getting the radio signal.
And the fuel gauge is empty, Clutch.
No wonder we're overdue.
Wow! What if that storm hits us?
It could tear us apart. Uh-oh.
place to land. Don't miss the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with Harold Spinner and Paddlefoot and the air race. Last time, at Arctic Pylon, Ace Condor caused Frenchie's plane to push on takeoff. Then Ace tricked an Eskimo in planting a radio signal device on a high mountain, caused Clutch to get lost in the heart of the Arctic storm and run out of gas. Then,
Hang on here, Sea Spinner. An Arctic gale can be mighty rough.
I see what you mean. Here we go!
with a tailwind shoving them at a tremendous speed, they soon reached the seashore.
Well, Alvy, look down there, Spinner.
A totem pole!
It's the Arctic pylon.
Something knocked it over!
Lucky for us, or we'd never have seen it.
In spite of the high wind, Clutch manages to make a dead stick landing. After a quick refuel, they are soon off again, across the Pacific to the Kokomoto Pylon in the Orient. And sometime later, at the Kokomoto Pylon, Ace Condor takes off in his Snark on the last leg of the race, while Hiram Biggs waits to have his tanks filled up.
Can you speed it up, friend? So sorry. I'm pumping fuel fast as possible. You people always in hurry. What our difference? Here come one behind you. You're right. Yippee! It's Clutch Cargo's lightning rod. They made it. Sure am glad to see you, Clutch. How'd you get here so fast?
We had a gale for tailwind high. Helped a lot. How far ahead is Condor?
He took off from here just as I was landing.
He's not too far in front then. Maybe we've got a chance to beat him.
Spinner has wandered over to High's plane and sees the man who's been pumping fuel pour something that looks like rice into the fuel tank.
What you putting in the tank, mister?
I am putting in special vitamin tablets, make engine go faster.
Oh, that's nice.
I put vitamins in your plane, too. Make it go fast.
I don't know. Maybe you better ask Clutch first.
Oh, no, not necessary. These are very strong vitamins. Very good for jet planes.
Oh, I see.
I go put some in your plane now.
In the meantime, High takes off on the last leg of the race.
So long, High. Good luck. Come on, Spinner. Our jet should be fueled up now.
As they go to their plane, Spinner tells Clutch about the helpful fueling man.
And he's putting vitamins in our plane, too.
Vitamins? In a jet plane? Where is he?
He's the man in our plane now.
Hey, what's going on?
I make your plane go fast.
Who told you to do this?
Very nice man told me. He wants you all go much fast.
Who was it?
Mr. Ace Condor.
Ace Condor. I might have known it. Did you put any of that stuff in our tank?
Not yet, but I got plenty for you.
Thanks. We can do without it. Come on, Spinner. We've got to get moving.
Clutch and company take off from the Kokomoto Pylon and head east across the ocean on the final stretch.
Do you think we'll catch up to the others, Clutch?
We did have a chance, Spinner, until we hit these odd-looking clouds.
Oh, my gosh, Clutch. It looks kind of like snow.
Something's fishy. It doesn't snow in the South Pacific, but I can't see a thing.
Unknown to Clutch, Hiram Biggs' plane is above him and just ahead. Hiram is having engine trouble.
Engine stop again. What the ding boozled? I'm dropping like a rock.
Just below, Clutch and company are flying blind, right into the path of Hiram's falling plane. Can Clutch possibly avoid a mid-air collision? See the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo, with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot, and the air race. Last time, Clutch discovered a man pumping gas about to drop something into his gas tank and stopped him. Later, Clutch and company flew into a strange cloud formation formed by a white goop pouring out of the tailpipe of High Big's jet. Just as the two planes raced toward a mid-air collision,
There's something weird about all this. Hey, look at that.
We're out of the clouds. We can see. Oh, Clutch, look out for that plane.
I see it. Diving right at us.
at that instant, Clutch plunges into a steep dive, barely avoiding a mid-air crash.
Yeah, that was close. Wonder who?
Why, it looks like the Lucky 8-Ball.
You're right, Spinner. Hi, Biggs from Clutch Cargo. Do you read me?
Loud and clear, Clutch boy. Sure am glad it's you.
What's your trouble, Hi?
I've got a flame out. Don't. I see a little island, Clutch. I'll set her down there.
It looks too short for a dead stick landing. Good luck, Hi.
Hiram finds his brakes will not stop him in time to avoid running off into the ocean.
Dad, Brent, I'll have to use my grab hook. I'm okay, thanks to my grab hook.
We're coming down to help you, pal.
Don't risk it, Clutch. You got no grab hook.
Don't need one. As long as the engine's running, I can make a short field approach.
Many miles ahead, Ace Condor and Tubbs roar through the sky in their sleek snark.
See any sign of any of the plane stubs? Nope. Sure it's getting dark out, though. Take the cover off the glasses, you dope. Huh? Oh, yeah. Nope. No planes. Clutch Cargo will never catch up with us. What about old Hiram? He's down in the ocean by now, feeding the sharks. If Clutch Cargo tries to pass us, I still got one more trick left. Just for him.
Back on the little island, Clutch and Hiram get ready to leave.
It sure was good of you, Clutch, to land and help me.
You do the same for us, Hi.
If that silly feller hadn't dumped rice in my gas tank,
He thought it worked like vitamins.
vitamins, them rice grains swelled up in the fuel and got cooked when they went through the engine.
And your plane was spraying rice pudding out the tailpipe.
How did you happen to have that grab hook on your plane?
Oh, I just thought it might come in handy sometime.
It sure did. And your plane's ready to fly. Let's go.
Okay, Clutch, you hop off first. I'll be right behind you.
This tip is really going, Spinner. We're lucky we can still catch up with Ace. And I'm going to drop off our belly tank, too. Here it goes. Now I just push the button and...
Now we can really go fast.
Look, Spinner. See who we've caught up with.
Oh, boy, Ace Condor. If we can just pass him, we'll win the race.
Clutch's lightning rod creeps up beside Ace Condor's snark.
Hello, Ace. Surprised?
Clutch Cargo, curses.
Your dirty work was dirty, but it didn't work.
Oh, yeah? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Ace eases his wingtip over in front of Clutch's plane and cuts loose a wingtip tank. It flies right into Clutch's air scoop.
What then?
That fixed our Mr. Cargo.
What's wrong, Clutch?
Ace jammed our air scoop with his fuel tank. Engine quit, and we're 500 miles from land.
How can Clutch and Company get out of a spot like this? Don't miss the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo, with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot, and the air race. On the last stretch of the big race, Clutch and Company caught up with Ace Condor. As Clutch tried to pass, Ace cut loose a wingtip tank and...
Ace jammed our air scoop with his fuel tank. Engine quit, and we're 500 miles from land. Can't get the engine started with that tip tank jammed in the air scoop. Got to put her down in the ocean, Spinner. Looks like we're going to have to swim. Hold on.
I begged Clutch Cargo. I saw what happened.
Hiram flies up ahead of Clutch, then cautiously eases down just ahead of Clutch's nose.
Hold her steady.
What's Mr. High trying to do, Clutch?
I don't know yet, Spinner.
He's getting awful close to us.
Here's my sky hook. If we can just hook onto that tank in your air scoop.
Easy, boy. Easy does it.
Got it.
Steady now. I'll drop the flaps.
Clutch's plane jerks back. The tank pops out like a cork from a bottle.
He did it! Hooray for Mr. High!
pulls his flaps up, starts his engine, and streaks away to the home pylon at full speed. At the finish line, the crowd wait anxiously as the planes come into view.
Here comes my plane, the Snark. But I hope Clutch beats it. Come on, Clutch!
Ace tries every trick in the book to keep Clutch behind him. Pulling up or dropping down, Ace stays in front, blocking Clutch.
There's the home pylon, Clutch! If Ace passes it first, he'll win the race!
There's only one way left for outsmart Ace Condor. Hold on, Spinner. Here they come. They'll reach the home pylon in a matter of seconds. Look at that. Clutch has dropped low over the ground. Ace is down there, too. Unless they pull up, they'll both crash into the pylon. Ace Condor pulls up. Clutch Cargo wins.
Congratulations on winning, Clutch.
Thank you, Mink. I deserves the credit. He lost the race helping Spinner and me.
If you hadn't stopped to help me, I'd still be sitting out on that island in the middle of the ocean.
Look at Ace Condor and Tubbs. They're crawling down the runway on their hands and knees.
What are they up to now?
They ain't up to anything, Clutch. They're down to picking up pebbles and rocks off the runway. It was that or go to jail.
I forgot you're a deputy sheriff, Mr. Hyde.
Yep, it'll take 'em 6 months.
And they won't fly anymore. When I found out they were cheating, I fired them.
Aside from those two, it was a great race.
And Spinner, now that you won, what do you plan to do with the trophy?
Golly, I'm going to fill it with the biggest ice cream soda anybody ever had. And get a long straw for Paddlefoot.
And so ends the story of Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot and the air race. Be sure to join us again for the next exciting adventure with Clutch Cargo.
Hey everybody, you are watching Clutch Cargo episodes here on Toxic Tales, and we're going to talk about Margaret Carey this time. Margaret was originally named Peggy Lynch until she landed the part of the teenage daughter of Eddie Cantor in If You Knew Susie. So, yeah, that's something. She did a lot of work, a lot more than Richard Cotting did, so she's brought some experience to this. She was not only Spinner, Paddlefoot, etc. in Clutch Cargo, she was in Peter Pan, she was in the new Three Stooges cartoon for 48 episodes, and we did do some new Three Stooges episodes on Toxic Tales, so she was in those. Within Public Access, she was in The Ruggles, which was a series as well, and she played Sharon Ruggles there. So that is a lot of credit to her name, and that's really cool. That's something. She was the model for Tinkerbell too. How do you like that? Not Marilyn Monroe. This woman, she was Tinkerbell, which is pretty smeggin' cool if you ask me. Speaking of which, we're about to get you into The Swamp Swindlers with Clutch Cargo here on Toxic Tales. Enjoy.
Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Swamp Swindlers. As our story opens, we find Clutch and Company skimming along the Florida swamps.
Whee! This sure is fun, Clutch. What a way to travel!
Wow! Wow!
The swamp buggy is the fastest and best way to travel these swamps, Spinner. Down here in Florida, they even have races with swamp buggies.
That'd be keen.
We have to be careful, though. There's stumps and rocks and sandbars just below the water. If we hit one at high speed, we'd rip the bottom right out of our buggy.
Wonder what they're up to.
I don't know, but if they interfere with our plans, they'll be sorry they ever came here.
This should be an interesting assignment, Spinner. And the museum expects us to find at least one rare turtle egg.
Where do we look?
Turtles lay their eggs in the sand, then cover them up. The hot sun hatches them. This is the turtle egg season, and we might find some rare ones.
Clutch? What do you think is wrong?
Just out of gas. That's why we carry extra gas below deck. We'll land on that sandbar. Hold on, you two. All ashore.
May Paddlefoot and I do some exploring while we're here?
Okay, but come when I call you. It won't take me long. And keep out of trouble.
We won't go far. Come on, Paddlefoot. Clutch, come here quick. Paddlefoot's found something. Oh, boy, Paddlefoot, I think you found a rare turtle egg.
What is it?
Look, a rare turtle egg.
That's not a turtle egg. That's a gator egg.
You mean an alligator egg?
Right. And look out. Here's the gator that owns it. Look out for that tail. Stay back, Spinner. Give me that stick. Now to prop her mouth open so she can't bite. Okay, boys. Run!
Look, Clutch, an old shack. Suppose somebody lived there?
Could be. Let's find out. Sure looks deserted.
Golly, it looks spooky.
I'll just knock.
You think we should, Clutch?
Who could have fired that gun? Were Clutch and Spinner hit? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Swamp Swindlers. You remember last time, Clutch and Company were skimming along the Florida swamps in search of rare turtle eggs. They stopped to fill their empty gas tank and discovered an old shack. On closer investigation...
Clutch, are you all right?
I'm okay, Spinner. What's a girl?
Right, mister. Lily Lou's the name. Best gall-darn shot in the swamp. I thought you mightn't be cottonmouthing that Mr. Greenback, coming for to get our land.
I'm Clutch Cargo, and this is Spinner and Paddlefoot. And I can assure you we're not here to take your land.
We're looking for rare turtle eggs. Well, I apologize for trying to blast you with this here handgun, but I'm alone. And this here's the only protection I've got.
You live alone here in the swamp?
No, my pappy lives here too. But I ain't seen hide nor hair of him for 2 days. Where'd he go? He took the dugout canoe and started for the land office.
Why is this Mr. Cottonmouth and Mr. Greenback trying to take your land?
Don't rightly know. Guess the land's worth something. But the spring's gone bad. Started to turn black last week.
Could I look at it? This sounds interesting.
Sure. I'd go with you. Only I gotta keep an eye on the house.
Meanwhile, as Clutch and Company start toward the spring, Ambrose J. Greenback and his henchman Cottonmouth lurk in the bushes a few yards away.
This may be our chance to drive our land clean, stakes in the ground.
You tied Pappy Skeeter up real good? Sure, Ambrose. He won't bother us.
Good work. Now, oops, look out. Here comes somebody.
Clutch!
What the... I'll say you did. And did you get black? Black? No wonder. You fell into a pool of oil. Look, it's bubbling right up out of the spring.
Gee, Willikins!
Let's get back and tell Lily Lou what she has here.
Curses. Now we're not the only ones to know about the oil on this land. Let's get back to Pappy Skeeter. We'll force him to sign this property over to us.
Meanwhile, Clutch and Company inform Lily Lou of the valuable oil on their property. Then start in search of Pappy Skeeter.
Keep your eyes open for a dugout canoe, Spinner. We'll go along this bank and then come back along the other.
Make sure the buggy is hidden, Cottonmouth. I'll check Pappy. Looks like we're going to have to force you to sign over your property.
You ain't going to have no luck, my friend. I can't ride.
Ambrose, wait. Here comes that feller and kid we saw. Listen.
Pappy! Pappy Skeeter!
We'll cook their goose. They're looking for Pappy. They'll come past this side of the swamp on the way back.
You mean...
Right. Climb the tree and light the dynamite fuse. When those meddlers go by, drop the dynamite in their boat and... Oh,
No sign of Mr. Pappy's dug out in this side of the swamp.
We'll turn around and head back on the other side.
here they come. Ready, Cottonmouth?
Ready, Ambrose. Like shooting whales in a swimming pool.
Will Clutch and Company be blown to bits? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Swamp Swindlers. You remember last time, Clutch and Company met Lily Lou, Pappy's daughter, who told them about Ambrose and Cottonmouth trying to stake a claim on Pappy's oil land. Pappy had disappeared too. While in search of him,
Here they come. Ready, Cottonmouth?
Ready, Ambrose.
Curses, that pooch.
Clutch! Stop the swamp buggy! Paddlefoot's overboard!
Time to get going. Run, Ambrose.
Well, I'll be... Look. Paddlefoot's got something in his mouth. It's dynamite. Paddlefoot jumped overboard to put out the fuse.
Clutch! An alligator! Oh, hurry, Paddlefoot!
Boy, that was close.
Good old Paddlefoot. He saved our lives. Where do you suppose the dynamite came from, Clutch?
Looks like someone's trying to get us. My guess is it was dropped from one of those trees. We've drifted ashore. Let's investigate.
You go ahead, Clutch. I'll follow.
I don't see anyone in the trees. They probably ran.
Oh, but one? Look!
Yeah, I see what you mean. That must be Pappy Skeeter, Lily's father. Take it easy, old fellow. We'll have you loose in a jiffy. There. So this is why you didn't return home.
You guessed it. Them two varmints caught me and tied me up. Thought they could make me sign my land over to them. But I fooled them.
Your daughter mentioned Mr. Greenback and Cottonmouth.
That's who it was. Ambrose J. Greenback. And he's no good helper, Cottonmouth.
Know where they are now?
Went that away running.
Probably headed for your house. We'd better give your daughter a hand.
Bless her little heart. I had to leave her all alone.
She's okay, Mr. Pappy, as long as she's got that gun.
Our swamp buggy's right over here.
Curses, those two meddlers are muddling things up.
Yeah, if it's anything I hate, it's a couple of muddling meddlers.
We'll have to work fast. We'll head them off with a gasoline fire.
I hear their engine. Wow, what a shock when they round that bend.
And so, Pappy, all that oil on your land makes it very valuable. Greenback will stop at nothing to get it.
Well, they ain't going to get it. That land was given to me.
Did you file a legal claim on it?
Shucks, no. I've been putting it off for 20 years. My claim stakes are in the ground, but somebody pulled them out. Never got around to putting them back in.
We'll drive your stakes back in, then hightail it for the claim office.
What? Look ahead! Fire!
It's right across our path, too. I can't stop, and I can't turn.
Can Clutch and Company avoid being burned? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Swamp Swindlers. You remember last time, Clutch and Company escaped being blown to bits by Paddlefoot's quick thinking. Later, as they headed back for Pappy's shack.
Clutch! Fire!
And I can't stop, and I can't turn. Hold on. We're going through. Everybody okay?
Yep. Okay. I never saw a fire on water before. How do you suppose it started?
That was no accident, Spinner. Greenback was trying to stop us.
Meanwhile, Ambrose J. Greenback and Cottonmouth had landed on the sandbar near Pappy Skeeter's cabin.
Now's our chance. If that fire hasn't burned them, it'll sure slow them down.
Right, Ambrose. Shall we sneak up and drive in our claim stake?
That's the idea. Only watch out for that maiden with a gun. She's a sure shot.
Shucks. Do I have to hold the stake again?
Be quiet.
I'm being quiet. Get it. She's trying to blow my brains out. I heard a gun blast. Lily Lou must be shooting at them crooks again.
We'll soon know. Just a couple of minutes from your place.
Curses, she did it again. Let's get out of here. We gotta have a sneakier plan.
I've got a swell sneaky plan. We'll use those alligator suits I made.
Yeah, let's go back to our shack and get her.
There's my little darling now. Just a-waiting.
They've found you, Pappy. Oh, joy.
I see you're still okay, Lily Lou.
Yep. Had a visit from them two a while ago. But I got rid of them. What about those rare turtle eggs we came to find, Clutch?
I'm sure we'll find them, Spinner. Right now, this is more important. Pappy Skeeter's got to file that claim.
Get your bonnet, girl. We're going to town.
Me? Going to town? You have to come in and set a spell till I get printed up.
We'll sneak up to Pappy Skeeter's, stake our claim, then head for the land office. We'll hide our buggy in here. Remember, act like a real gator. Let me hear you growl. Not bad. Now get going and crawl on your stomach like a real gator.
Hurry up, girl. Them crooks is liable to come back and get their stake in our ground.
Spinner and Paddlefoot are keeping a lookout.
Look, Paddlefoot. There are 3 alligators coming ashore.
3 alligators? Oh, one of them must be for real.
Cotton, have you got the hammer? Hit the stake with a hammer, you idiot.
Did you say something, Ambrose?
Huh? What? Isn't that you, Cottonmouth?
I'm over here.
Then who's... Oh, no!
Isn't that funny, Paddlefoot?
Oh!
He's gone, Ambrose.
What did you say the alligators were doing?
They're running on their hind legs now.
Those alligators are phony. I'll bet it's Greenback and Cottonmouth. Come on.
Now into town to file our claim.
It was them, all right. Here's the claim stake.
Listen, isn't that a motor?
That's a swamp buggy, all right. The one that belongs to Greenback.
We've got to beat them to the claim office. Come on.
Will Ambrose and Cottonmouth succeed in reaching the claims office first? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Swamp Swindlers. You remember last time, Clutch and Company rushed back to Pappy's shack to help Lily Lou, who had already had a visit from Ambrose and Cottonmouth. Now they must get Pappy to the claims office first. As they start out, Spinner hears a motor.
That's a swamp buggy, all right. Tell by the sound.
Ha-ha! Now we've got it made.
Not yet, Ambrose. Here they come. Full speed, Ambrose.
Boy, look at us go!
Wow, wow.
Looks like we're gaining on them.
Gaining on us?
Pull up around the next bend and we'll stretch that gator fence across the channel.
You went around that bend, Clutch.
That'll stop 'em. Let's go.
We're coming to the bend. Hold on. Oh, no. A fence. Hang on. We'll try a ski jump.
Hooray! We made it!
Best gold darn driver ever seen.
And handsome, too.
Curses. They made it.
That's okay. We're almost there.
Pull up to that dock. We're here.
There's the town.
Those crooks are running down the street.
Quick, lady. Which way to the claims office?
There it is, Ambrose.
Hold on. We're going up on the beach.
Sir, we want to file a claim.
You're just in time, Skeeter. There's 2 alligators in there trying to file a claim on your land.
We'll see about that.
Oh, boy, this I want to see. Look, Clutch is dragging them out. What are you going to do with them, Clutch?
I know just the place for them. That'll hold them. That's where we keep all stray gators.
But kind sir, we were only fooling. Please, sir, let us out.
It's just our way of having a little fun, sir. Sir? 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 The land's all mine, Clutch. Thanks to you and Spinner and Paddlefoot. And Lily Lou. Say, where is Lily Lou?
Right here. I got me a store-bought dress, hat, and a new shotgun.
Well, you deserve them, Lily Lou.
Clutch, look what Paddlefoot's got.
Why, it's a rare turtle egg. Where'd you get that, boy?
I always pick up a few of them eggs when I come to town. Pappy loves them for breakfast.
Well, I'll be... You see, Spinner, you never lose anything by helping somebody. And sometimes you even gain.
And so ends the story of Clutch Cargo and his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot and Swamp Swindlers. Be sure to tune in for the next exciting adventure with Clutch Cargo.
Hey everybody, you are watching Clutch Cargo here on Toxic Tales, and we're going to talk about Hal Smith now. Holy cats. I was looking over his credits, and I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed. He was born in 1916. He was known for a lot of things. The Great Race, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Andy Griffith. But he, up until he passed away in 1994, he was busy. Which is interesting, because he did Adventures in Odyssey. And he only did 40 episodes. But the show ran till 2005. So I'm assuming up until 1994, etc., he was doing the voices, which is fine. He did John Whitaker, Medieval Man, etc. He was Owl in Winnie the Pooh. He even did Yo Yogi. This man has been through everywhere. I mean, this is amazing. He did voices for the Smurfs. A lot of his stuff was voice acting. When he did live action, it seems he did a lot more in background stuff. Like he was on Night Court. He was a man in a gallery. In Return to Mayberry, he was Otis Campbell. I think in Andy Griffith, he was Otis to begin with. So that is pretty cool. This dude was everywhere. Seriously. Heathcliff, Popeye, Thundar the Barbarian. Seriously. Every Smeg and Ware. And yes, I got to use the word Smeggin again. So anyway, we are going to get you into the next Clutch Cargo episode, Bush Pilots, here on Toxic Tales. Enjoy.
Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Bush Pilot.
See, Paddlefoot? This crystal set we built works keen. Listen what happens when I move around the little tuning wire. It's called a cat's whisker. Listen.
Mayday.
Hey, I think we picked up a distress message. Listen, Paddlefoot.
Mayday, calling Clutch Cargo.
Clutch Cargo? Hey, Clutch, come here quick.
Mayday, calling cargo.
Why, I know that voice. It's my old friend, Pete Moss, the Bush Pilot.
This is Pete Moss. I am down in the woods. Radio broken. I cannot receive. My position is...
He's down in the northern wilds, Clutch. What do we do?
We're going up there and find him, Spinner, as soon as we can outfit our plane and get underway.
Gee, Clutch, the northern wilds is awful big country. Do you think we'll be able to find Mr. Moss?
I didn't get his exact location, but I do know Pete flies supplies into the Big Moose Lake region. There's Outpost Junction now, Spinner, just ahead. There's the general store and the gas dock, where all the pilots gas up.
Clutch Cargo. As I live and breathe, what brings you up to this neck of the woods?
Howdy, Smokey. I'm looking for Pete Moss, the Bush Pilot. Has he been through here lately?
He gassed up here last week. Didn't say where he was heading. You might talk to Pack Rat over there. Maybe he can tell you.
Why, yes, Mr. Cargo. I talked to Pete Moss. It was only last week he flew off on that away.
Did he mention any places where he intended stopovers?
Well, now, he did say he was going to pick up some furs from Trapper Jack, but from there on, he didn't say.
Trapper Jack? I know him. How do you get there from here?
Well, now, closest way is over Moose Lake, but it's a mite risky.
Know of a safer route, Mr. Packrat?
Well, now, you could head due west, but you gotta travel at 10,000 feet.
10,000 feet? Why 10,000 feet?
Because if you go higher, your wings light up.
That figures. But why not lower than 10,000 feet?
Oh, you can't do that. The mosquitoes will eat you up alive.
Yes, they could at that. This is mosquito season, all right. Come on, Spinner and Paddlefoot, let's go.
Well, good luck, boys. But remember, fly at 10,000 feet.
I hope they can find Mr. Pete Moss before it's too late.
Me too, Spinner. There's a dense overcast forming.
I'll say, maybe it'll be clearer at 10,000 feet.
We'd better go up and see, but quick.
Why, it's worse than ever up here.
Visibility 0. We can't go any higher because of icing conditions.
But how can we see if there are any mountains ahead?
If Clutch Cargo stays at 10,000 feet like I told him, he'll run smack dab into 12,000-foot Mount Sawtooth. And it's just as I planned. Will Clutch and Company smash into Mount Sawtooth? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Bush Pilot. You remember last time, Spinner and Paddlefoot picked up a distress signal from Pete Moss, a bush pilot lost in the northern wilds. Clutch and Company arrive to help locate Pete. They meet Slick Packrat. He tells them how to find Pete. But it's a trick.
If Clutch Cargo stays at 10,000 feet like I told him, he'll run smack dab into 12,000 foot Mount Sawtooth.
Clutch! Look! Just ahead! Whee! That was a close one!
That guy Packrat must have known that mountain was there. I wonder if he deliberately tried to wreck us.
According to the chart, Caribou Lake is just ahead.
Good. That's where Pete was supposed to meet Trapper Jack.
Look, Clutch. Smoke coming up at the south end of the lake.
Maybe that's our man. We'll land on the lake and take a look. Tighten your seatbelts. Here goes.
There's someone over there, Clutch.
It's Trapper Jack, all right. I'd recognize old Trapper anywhere. Hi there, Trapper.
Well, let's live and breathe. Clutch Cargo. Sure good to see you, but I was expecting Pete Moss, the bush pilot.
That's why we're here, Trapper. We were hoping you could tell us where he is.
Why, no, Clutch. I've been waiting for old Pete for 3 days. He's supposed to bring me supplies and pick up my fur trappings.
That's why we're here, Mr. Trapper. We heard his SOS message on our crystal set. He's down in the wild someplace.
You don't say. Sure hope nothing happened to good old Pete Moss. Why, there must be 50 trappers and miners dependent on Pete and his plane.
Aren't there any other bush pilots working this territory?
Oh, sure. There's Slick Packrat, but he's a highbinder. Why, he nicks us 6 times the hauling fee old Pete charges. Most of us can't afford him.
I see. This is beginning to make sense. Anything happens to Pete, Packrat would benefit the most.
We'd have to pay his rates or give up.
We just gotta find Mr. Pete.
Do you know any of his stops before he gets here?
Why, yes, Clutch. I do know he stops at Moose Meadow, Trickle Creek, and Moon Lake before he gets to me.
Then we'd better check those places. He's down someplace and needs help.
Maybe we better send my fur trappings in by that highbinder Slick Packrat, 'cause he's due today.
Don't do that, Jack. We'll be back by here on our way out. We'll taxi up to the far end of the lake, turn around, and head into the wind. We want to make sure we clear those trees. We should make it from here.
So there's Cargo. He made it over the mountain. I'll get him this time.
That's funny. I think I heard another plane.
You're right, Clutch. There's another plane right on top of us. Clutch, he's trying to make us crash into those trees.
Danger in the air. Packrat trying to force Clutch and Company down. Will he succeed? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Bush Pilots. You remember last time, Clutch and Company narrowly escaped hitting Sawtooth Mountain. At Caribou Lake, they meet Trapper Jack. He tells them Packrat is a crook. They start out by air again to find Pete Moss.
There's another plane right on top of us. She's trying to make us crash into those trees.
Full throttle, Spinner. We'll force him up.
Get it, Clutch. He's stalling out. Clutch, he's going to crash into the lake.
Oh, no. He's recovering. But it's got to be a rough landing.
Wow, that Cargo can fly. But I'll get him yet.
You asked for that one, Slick Packrat, and you sure got it, by cracky.
That was Slick Packrat, Clutch. Are we going back?
No, Spinner. We'll take care of him later. Right now, we've got to keep searching for Pete Moss.
Here's the lake now, Clutch.
I'm going to make a pass at treetop level, Spinner. You and Paddlefoot keep a sharp lookout.
Down there, Clutch. There's a path cut through the trees.
That could be what we're looking for. We'll set her down and take a better look.
I hear a motor.
Hello there.
Hey, Clutch, did you hear that?
I sure did. Sounded like Pete. Come on, Spinner. Pete! Pete Moss!
Boy, am I ever glad to see you fellas. I didn't know if my call for help got through.
Spinner and Paddlefoot picked up your SOS on their homemade crystal set.
Are you hurt bad, Mr. Pete?
No, nothing but a busted leg. Only bothers me when I stand on it. And with a busted airplane, I really got myself hung up.
How'd the crash happen, Pete?
It was that sneaky guy, Slick Packrat. He rode me into these pine trees when I was trying to take off.
Gosh, he tried to do the same thing to us. Clutch, listen. Paddlefoot hears something.
I hear it. It's a plane.
That's Packrat's plane. I'd know the sound of his engine anywhere.
Come on. We must get back to our plane fast.
Looks like Cargo's plane down there. He must have found Pete Moss. Well, I'd better do something about that.
He's diving on us.
Tie off the controls in level flight so the plane will fly itself. Then, now, 1, 2,
His back door is open. He's...
3.
Look out!
Slick Packrat trying to wreck Clutch's plane with that old oil drum. What will happen? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Bush Pilot. You remember last time, Clutch and Company had found Trapper Jack and took off, but were almost forced out of the air by Slick Packrat. Find Pete Moss they did. As they prepared to fly him out,
Clutch! He's diving on us!
now, 1, 2, 3.
Look out! Boy, that was close.
He tried to smash our plane, Clutch.
We better get out of here before he comes back.
You're right, Pete. If that guy comes back, I want to meet him in the air. Spinner, go get the gear from Pete's plane. See any sign of him?
I can't see him anywhere.
He's not behind us.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, neat takeoff, Clutch.
I guess Packrat is gone for now.
We'll head back for Caribou Lake and leave the supplies for Trapper Jack.
There's a lot of people depending on me to bring them supplies and pick up their stuff.
We'll help, Mr. Pete.
I'm afraid I'm out of business. Plane busted, leg busted.
Don't worry, Pete. We'll fill in for you for a few days till we got your plane fixed.
Here's Caribou Lake just ahead.
We'll make a quick be off for Outpost Junction. Trapper Jack, and he's all excited about something. What's the matter, Trapper?
That no-account pack rat run off with my furs.
You mean he stole them?
That's right. I wouldn't make a hauling deal with him, so he grabbed my furs.
And he took off without leaving me any supplies.
We'll get your furs back for you. Pete, throw out his supplies and let's get going.
Here you are, Jack. Much obliged, Pete. See you next month.
Hello, Smokey.
Well, Pete Moss, so they found you, huh? You okay?
Just need a little patching up for my plane and myself, and we'll be back in the air.
Have you seen anything of that pack rat character?
Sure have. He just fueled up and flew out of here going south.
He's the one that knocked me down.
He tried to get us, too, and he stole Mr. Trapper's furs.
Thought it seemed funny. He had quite a few furs and some gold dust aboard.
Better fuel us up, Smokey. We're going after him.
You gotta get him, Clutch. He knows the jig's up. He's running off with all the loot in the territory.
Don't worry, Pete. We'll get him.
You better be careful, Clutch. He had a machine gun with him.
A machine gun? What are we going to do, Clutch?
I don't know, Spinner. We've got to stop him.
Will Clutch still attempt to get Pack Rat, even though he knows Slick has a machine gun? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Bush Pilot. You remember last time, Slick Pack Rat barely missed hitting Clutch's plane with that oil drop. This didn't stop Clutch. He flew Pete Moss back to the settlement and was determined to get Pack Rat.
You better be careful, Clutch. He had a machine gun with him.
A machine gun? What are we going to do, Clutch?
I don't know, Spinner, but we've got to stop him.
Smokey said Mr. Pack Rat left about 10 minutes ahead of us.
We can catch him, Spinner. Our plane is much faster.
You sure we want him? Remember, he has a machine gun.
I know, Spinner. Keep a sharp lookout. We don't want to be surprised.
I see a plane up ahead, Clutch.
That's him, all right. That's our Mr. Slick Pack Rat.
Now what?
We're going to play a little game of nerves.
You're not going alongside of him, are you, Clutch?
Yes, Spinner. I want him to know we're here.
Well, then he could shoot us down.
We'll make a fast rising pass, so it'll be tough for him to hit us and still fly that thing.
No, Cargo. Where is my gun? Where is my gun?
Boy, we sure took him by surprise. Look, he's shooting us.
He didn't hit us. We better get back on his tail now.
I missed him, but I'll be ready for him next time.
We're awful close to him, Clutch.
He can't hit us as long as we stay just behind and above him, Spinner. But we can sure worry him.
What's he doing? He's right on my tail. I gotta lose him.
Clutch.
We sure are, Spinner. But we've only started.
I can't lose him and I can't shoot him. no. Oh, no!
What'll happen if he pulls up?
He won't, Spinner. We could fly without pontoons, but he can't fly without a tail. This is Clutch Cargo, Pack Rat. Have you had enough?
Okay, Cargo. Don't bump my tail anymore. I've had enough.
Throw out the gun and head back to outposts.
Okay, Cargo. I'll do what you say.
Now turn around and head back. And don't try any funny business. I'll be right on top of you.
I'll take care of Pack Rat till the Mounties get here, Clutch.
I sure want to thank you, Clutch and Spinner, for all the people in the territory. Our pleasure, Pete. Glad we could help.
Flying bush pilot for a few days will be fun, huh, Paddlefoot?
And so ends the story of Clutch Cargo and his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot and Bush Pilot. Be sure to tune in for the next exciting adventure with Clutch Cargo.
Hi there. Are you a mad scientist in search of parts? Maybe you just need to fix up your lab. Well, here we are for you. I'm Martin Frankie of Frankie and Stein's Discount Mad Scientist Supplies. Do you need switches? No problem. Need electrical parts? No problem. Need something we don't list here? No problem. No credit? No problem. No money? Problem. But anyways, are you in search of a lab assistant? We have a wide array of assistants from our line of Igors, and for more discerning clients, a few that are easy on the eyes. Please note, these are professionals, so no unwelcome advances on said assistants will be allowed. Anyway, come to Frankie and Stein's for all your mad science needs. Body parts available in the back.
Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Cheddar Cheaters. Clutch and Company began their flight over the Atlantic at dawn and are at this moment just off the Holland coast.
But, Clutch, you didn't tell me what all the rush was about.
I meant to, Spinner, but I guess I just forgot. I received a cablegram from Chris Kreider, the most famous cheesemaker in all the world. Chris has been a good friend of mine for many years.
Is he in terrible trouble?
Just because he sent for me, I'd say his trouble's bad enough. We've just got to help him.
Right, Clutch.
Meanwhile, near the quaint little Dutch village of Cheeseboro, the village famous for Chris Kreider's cheddar cheese, Chris and his little daughter Gretchen await Clutch's arrival.
4 of my prize cows missing out of the clear blue sky, and no trace of them anywhere.
I don't see how a man as busy as Clutch Cargo can take time out to help us.
Clutch will be here. Wait and see.
Well, I read his adventure logbook. If anyone can help us, he can.
Oh, don't look now, but here comes that no-good tulip peddler Stinky Brinky and his pal Gus Gooseneck on their way to market.
Yo-ho. Hello, Chris.
I ask you again, don't be so friendly with that loafer.
All right, Papa.
I don't know why, but I just don't like him.
Golly, Clutch, do you think we'll wear wooden shoes like the Dutch people?
Well, that depends. If we have to disguise ourselves, we'll have to wear them.
Paddlefoot, too?
Yes, maybe even Paddlefoot.
Look, Clutch, it's a welcome sign, cut right out of the tulips.
By golly, that's Chris's place. He said he'd fix the landing signal. Hold on. We're going down. There's Chris. And by golly, there's little Gretchen. She sure has grown.
Welcome, Clutch. Didn't I tell you, Gretchen? I knew he'd come.
You were right, Papa. Welcome to Holland, Mr. Cargo.
Thanks. Glad to be here. These are my pals, Spinner and Paddlefoot.
How do you do?
Wow. Come to the house, Clutch. I will tell you why I sent for you. Maybe Spinner and Paddlefoot would like to look around. Gretchen will take some.
I would like to.
That's mighty nice of you, Gretchen.
Not at all, Mr. Cargo. It is my pleasure. Shall we start with the windmill? Oh, boy, keen.
Don't be gone long, Spinner. We've got work to do.
And so, that's the story, Clutch. Out of my herd of 24 prize cows, 4 of them have disappeared in 4 days without a trace.
Yes, Chris, this is serious. I can see why you're alarmed.
You know I have always made the finest cheddar cheese, but if I don't stop losing cows, I can't continue to make cheese. What can we do?
I don't know at this point. But we'll find those cows, or my name isn't Clutch Cargo.
Again, Clutch, my thanks to you. Why...
Wait a minute, Chris. Something's wrong with Paddlefoot. What is it, boy? He wants us to go with him. Come on, Chris. Lead the way, Paddlefoot.
Oh, whatever is it? I hope it's not too late.
There's Spinner and Gretchen up ahead.
Hurry, Clutch, hurry!
What is it, Spinner?
Another one of Papa's prize cows has disappeared.
Oh, no!
Oh, no is right. Can Clutch and Company find out who is stealing Chris Kreider's cows? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Cheddar Cheaters. You remember last time Clutch and Company arrived in Holland to help Chris Kreider find out who has been stealing his prize cheese cows. While Chris tells Clutch the story, Spinner, Paddlefoot, and Gretchen suddenly call.
All I know is they was all here just before you came, Mr. Cargo. I counted them.
You mean this 5th cow disappeared in broad daylight?
That's the way it's been going. If this keeps up, I'm ruined. My cows make the finest cheese in the whole world. They eat nothing but the finest of tulips. Lena here eats only blue tulips. So from her we get blue cheese.
Oh.
And if I lose her, I've lost everything. When she gets hungry, she'll follow anybody who has a blue tulip.
Could anyone back a truck onto your property and drive off?
Ah, no, that's impossible. Nothing but boats can reach my farm.
Sounds like barge bandits to me.
Barge bandits? Why, it couldn't be barge bandits. No one has been by today but Mr. Gooseneck and Mr. Stinky.
Gooseneck? Stinky? Who are they?
Why, they're those tulip bulb barge boys. They pass here every day on their way to market.
Yeah. They passed in their strange windmill barge only a little while ago.
Well, I'd like to question those two. They might know something.
Take my sailboat, Clutch. You could overtake that tulip tub of theirs in no time.
Chris, you and Gretchen keep a close watch on the cows. We'll be back.
You bet we will, Clutch, and good luck. You can't miss those two. They have windmill propulsion on their barge.
Bye-bye, Spin-On, Paddlefoot. Be careful. Bye, Gretchen. Don't worry. See you later.
Just think, Spinner. This whole part of the country is below sea level and was once underwater.
And that's why they build big wall dikes all around, huh, Clutch?
That's right, Spinner. They build dikes and pump the sea out. And they use the fertile land to raise cheese cows and tulips.
And the canals they left are sure fun to travel on, eh, Paddlefoot? Hey, Clutch, look! It's the windmill barge.
Must be Gooseneck and Stinky, all right. Give 'em a hail, Spinner.
Ahoy, the barge! Heave to! We'd like a word with you.
Uh-oh, it's Chris Kreider's trapped. He's sending some stranger after us.
That chowderhead Kreider must suspect us. Throw it into high gear and let's get out of here.
Yeah, we don't dare have someone snooping aboard.
Look, Clutch, they're speeding up.
We're under full sail now, Spinner. Try to keep them in sight.
Hey, wait for us. We want to talk to you.
Hey, Stinky, whatever are we gonna do? They're staying right on our tail.
Don't worry. All we gotta do is beat them to that drawbridge. I got a sneaky plan that should cook their goose. Oops, pardon me, gooseneck.
just pull up alongside him and see what the story is.
Will that heavy bridge crush Clutch and Company? How will they escape? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Cheddar Cheaters. You remember last time Chris Kreider's fifth prize cheese cow disappeared. Clutch and Company used Chris Kreider's sailboat to follow two shady characters, Stinky Brinky, a no-good tulip peddler, and his no-good pal, Gus Gooseneck. As they passed under a bridge...
Clutch! The bridge!
Ooh, we sure smashed him. Hey, Stinky, throw him in gear, Gooseneck, and let's get out of here.
Clutch, where are you?
Over here, Spinner. Is everyone okay?
We're okay, but if that bridge had been 2 inches lower, we'd have been smashed flatter than pancakes.
That was no accident, Spinner. It was Gooseneck and Stinky.
They got away. Ah, gee.
We'll repair our craft and go back after our plane.
Why, Clutch and Spinner, back already? What happened? Did you see anything of my missing cows?
Are you all right?
We had a narrow escape. Those two barge bandits dropped a drawbridge on us.
Then they ran away in their windmill tulip barge.
I knew it. They're the ones that's been stealing my cheese cows. I never did trust that Gooseneck and Stinky.
We'll need the plane to catch them, Chris. They've got much too fast a machine.
Good luck, Clutch. I hope you catch them this time for sure.
Look sharp, Spinner. That barge couldn't have gotten away.
Farther on up the canal, Stinky and Gooseneck have reached their destination and are putting the barge in hiding.
Is the coast clear, Gooseneck? Not a soul in sight. That makes 5 of old man Kreider's critters we got. Just a couple more and he's out of business. Boy, I can hardly wait. It won't be long before we'll be making the world's best cheese, Stinky. Hot dog, you bet. All we'll need is Chris's blue cheese cow. Okay, up here. We made a clean getaway. We'll wait here till the heat's off and then go back and grab her. Yeah, sure, Stinky.
Clutch flies the plane. First one way, searching. Then the other, searching.
I hear an airplane. Sounds pretty low, too. By golly, it's the plane we saw parked beside Chris Kreider's. I think they're wise to us. Time for quick thinking. Grab that board and hand me that big cheese ball. Now, climb up the windmill and get ready to jump.
Haven't seen a thing yet, Clutch. Maybe if you flew lower over these canals.
All set. Ready? Aim. Jump.
Who's been hit?
I can't see, Spinner. I can't see.
Bombed by a big cheese ball. Will they crash? What will happen? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Cheddar Cheaters. You remember last time, after Chris Kreider's fifth cow disappeared, Clutch and Company used a sailboat to follow Stinky and Gooseneck. After narrowly escaping death by a falling bridge, they continued to follow. As they neared the bank of the canal, they were bombed with a big cheese ball.
We've been hit!
I can't see, Spinner. I can't see. Take over the controls, Spinner. I'll take the lookout position. That was a close one.
My gosh, Clutch. Well, what happened?
We're covered with cheese, Spinner. It must have been Gooseneck and Stinky. There they go in their tulip barge. Quick, let's clean this mess up. We don't want them to get away.
That was a neat bit of strategy.
Yeah, we got out of there just in time. But I'll bet they'll be on our tail again right away.
Yeah, sure. Let's not dilly-dally. We'll hide under those weeds along the bank and let them pass. Hurry, Gooseneck. We've got to gather weeds and cover the boat.
She runs good as new. Keep your eyes open for that tulip boat. They couldn't be far away.
I don't see him anywhere. There's only a windmill up ahead.
There they go. They'll never see us here.
Meanwhile, back at the tulip boat, Stinky and Gus make more plans. It's been over an hour since Cargo flew past. Maybe he's given up.
That leaves the coast clear for us to get Lena, Chris Kreider's prized blue cheese cow.
When we get her, our troubles are over. Come on, I can hardly wait.
Nobody's going to get my Lena, the only blue cheese cow in the world. Don't worry, Lena. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right.
Stinky and Gus pull up dangerously close to where Lena is dining. Look, there's Kreider's prize cow. Bring some blue tulips. I've got the drill. We'll tippy-toe through the tulips.
I'll drill a hole in the dike, but hold on to my suspenders when you lower me down.
Okay, here goes. Lower away. That's it, Gooseneck. She's breaking through.
Water! The dike's sprung a leak! The dike is broken! The dike is broken! We'll all be flooded!
Thanks, Mr. Kreider. Now that your finger's caught, we'll just relieve you of your prize cow, Lena.
Oh, no, a trick. You played on me, a dirty trick. Here, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Come on, Lena.
No, please, not Lena. Don't go, Lena. Come back. Help! Help, Clutch! Help my best cow! Oh, dear me, what'll I do? Finger in the dike, holding back the sea. My best blue cheese cow, Lena, is taken away. Clutch! Spinner! Paddlefoot, help!
Poor Chris. Finger caught in a broken dike and his best cow gone. Will he get her back? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, Cheddar Cheaters. You remember last time, Clutch and company were almost knocked out of the air by a cheese bomb. Stinky and Gooseneck were the ones who fired it. As Clutch hid the plane, Chris was left to guard his most prized cow, Lena, the blue cheese cow.
Oh, Lena, come back! Help! Help, Clutch! Help my best cow!
What is it, boy? Something over there?
It's Mr. Kreider. And something's wrong.
Clutch! That no good tulip peddler stole my prize cow, Lena.
But, Chris, you had a gun. Couldn't you stop them?
Ah, no, look. The dike sprung a leak. I'm holding the water back. I couldn't let Lena drown.
I see what you mean. Spinner, go to the plane and get that spare dike stopper.
Right, Clutch.
And hurry, Spinner.
Just take it easy, Chris. We'll have that dike plugged in no time. There. That'll hold it till we can call a plumber. But first, we must catch those cownappers. Which way did they go, Chris?
They went that way, dragging poor Lena on the end of a tulip.
Come on, Spinner. Paddlefoot. Let's go after them.
Oh, that's gonna smart in the morning.
We'll might go past us over the canal. Keep a sharp lookout for their tulip boat.
Clutch! Wait a minute. Their boat had a windmill on it.
Spinner, you're right. We've been looking for boats. We should have been looking for windmills. There's no time to lose. We'll fly over every windmill until we find the right one.
Paddlefoot can help. Get your nose tuned up, boy. Attaboy, Paddlefoot. Keep trying. Clutch. Paddlefoot's found the right windmill.
But Stinky and Gus know it, too.
What did I tell you? I knew that cargo never give up.
Don't worry, we'll bomb him with a cheese ball again.
Good idea, Stinky. You clear the deck for action, or I take my position on the tower.
Look, Clutch. There they are. And they're all set to bombard us with a cheese bomb again. Whoa, whoa.
I know, Spinner. Time to roll out our own big cheese bomb.
Right, Clutch.
I believe in fighting cheese with cheese.
Steady you now, Stinky. Soon as they get a little closer, I'll give you the signal to jump.
Ready? And...
Let her go, Spinner. That does it. We'll go down and take those two barge bandits in.
Thank you so much, Clutch and Spinner, for catching the bandits and returning my precious cheese cows.
You're welcome, Mr. Kreider. We found your cows hidden inside their tulip barge.
And they had a regular cheese factory inside that windmill barge.
And I won't forget you. I'm going to send you 500 pounds of my very best cheddar cheese.
And so ends the story of Clutch Cargo and his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot and the Cheddar Cheaters. Be sure to tune in for the next exciting adventure with Clutch Cargo.
Hey everybody, you made it. We got through all those Clutch Cargo episodes, and we've come out the other side in one piece. Let's go with that, one piece, yeah. If any of you have experienced any side effects of watching Clutch Cargo, please see a doctor immediately. Mad doctors do count, witch doctors also count. Just make sure they're covered by your insurance. Yes, I'm going to make fun of this because, oh boy. Anyway, we're going to call it a day. I'm going to see you next time here on Toxic Tales. Until then, this is the end of our broadcast day. Thank you for watching. Have a good one, everybody.